every shadow filled up with doubt. I don't know who you think you are, but I know this much is true. I wanna do real bad things with you. Well, I'm the kind to sit up in his room, heart sick and eyes filled up with blue. I don't know what you've done to me, but before the night is through, yeah, I'm doing real bad things with you. Yeah, and all those shadows there, they fill up with doubt. I don't know what you've done to me, but I know this much is true. Yes, I'm doing real bad things with you. Honey, doing real bad things with you. I don't know who you think you are, but I know this much is true. Yes, I'm doing real bad things with you. Man, I'm doing real bad things with you. Gonna do some real bad things with you.
Welcome to the Sports Radio Show with me, the Gabbie, at the wonderful Custard House, Blake Lane, Borsley Green, with one of the biggest banging bands in Birmingham, Danny and the Swampmen. Yeah. Firstly, Danny, how are you, mate?
Not too bad, mate, not too bad.
I tell you what, it's almost looking like Elvis there. You've got the look. I mean, you're a good-looking young boy. You've got the hair greased back. You look every inch a superstar. And I believe that's what you are.
Trying to be aspiring.
Yeah.
Aspiring.
Tell me about Danny and the Swampmen. We'll talk about your Swampmen later. Where'd you get the name from? I'm assuming that your name is Danny.
Yep.
You're a Rockabilly. You're a four-piece outfit. This is a great night for you tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wicked. We love playing in Birmingham. We love keeping it, sort of close to home. It's nice to get a few people coming out and watching us, a few familiar faces.
Yep.
But Danny and the Swampmen all started really because I've always been into singing. Used to do a bit of the crooning and the old sort of the ballad stuff, the Frank Sinatra, Billy Fury, and you get a bit bored of clicking to backing tracks and standing there on your own. And I always wanted to have a bit of an outfit behind me, so I used to do a few burlesque shows, and I got in touch with a guy called Rob, who's obviously now with us as the guitarist for Danny and the Swampmen. Yeah, and it sort of went from there. We sort of got together, tried to play a few different songs, took it out there, got on a few different burlesque shows, and from there we sort of we tried to find a bigger and a better band. Me and Rob are sort of inspired by people like Jim Jones Review, Jack White, obviously all the oldies, the 50s oldies, and obviously it's a bit more. We try and make the rockabilly a bit more obscure and a bit more of our own. We love the rockabilly and we love the 50s, but it's we want to take it our own way. We want to show people what we think of the rock and roll and what rock and roll means to us, rather than being another copycat band. We want to show people what Danny and the Swampmen are about.
What are Danny and the Swampmen about? Because, as you rightly say, it's quite easy to be a covers band and just playing old rock and roll standards that people know. It's difficult. It's more real. It's more organic to write your own and to perform your own. On Sports Radio and our Biscuit Boys show, we've been playing Crossroads quite a lot. That's a great little song. Did you write it?
Yeah, Crossroads. I wrote Crossroads quite a few months back now.
Yeah.
He was always, I've always looked up to people like Johnny Cash. Obviously, Johnny Cash sort of kept it real his whole life.
Yeah.
He never sang a song that he didn't want to, so to speak. He tried to, later as he went on, he started to sing from the heart, and his last album, or last few albums, they're all from the heart, they're all stories. Us guys, we ain't got Cadillacs and we don't live out in the swamps, but it's definitely a dream, and it's definitely something that we admire. Yeah, it's something that we'd like to sort of experience that bit of Nashville, bit of Texas, bit of Memphis.
Yeah.
And hopefully, like, when the band sort of progresses, we'll get to go out there and show the guys over there, sort of pay homage to all the guys that we've been listening to for the last few years. Danny and the Swampmen really is about showing people that rock and roll can progress, rockabilly can progress.
Yeah.
People like Brian Setzer. Obviously, Rob's a big fan of Brian Setzer's. We like to be able to, or would like to be able to forward rockabilly just as much as he did, and sort of keep it going and show people that you don't have to keep playing those songs that we love, but you can write your own stuff, and it doesn't have to be just a 3 chords and a solo. It can be a little bit more, and that's why I hope Danny and the Swampmen can be, and show people that we're still here. The rockabilly crowd's still here. It's still massive. People like Imelda May, they do their own thing, and people love it. And she gets people from all sorts of crowds, all sorts of walks of life. But they're all coming to a rockabilly show.
Yeah.
They might not know it, but that's what they're going to.
Sal, a rockabilly show. What's the difference with rockabilly to mod or to rock?
Rockabilly's raw. Yeah, rockabilly's raw. Rockabilly's Now,
I'll be honest, I've seen that thing because I don't know much about music, if I'm absolutely honest. That guitar, I could almost hide in that thing. It was like from the floor, you almost touched the ceiling. I've never seen an instrument like that in my life.
Yeah, you mean the big double bass?
Oh, it's massive.
Oh yeah, we love that.
You don't want to be carrying that about in the bike, do you?
Oh no, well, I'm sure if we got it, we'd cut the top off and paddle in it. If we had to get to a gig, we could sort of do it by sea, and we could all jump in the double bass and swim across. Yeah, the double bass is obviously the main. Yes. It's one of the main instruments that people recognise rockabilly for. There's something about it, but on a whole, you can't listen to rockabilly without moving your feet.
Yeah.
You can't sit there and just nod your head along to it. You got to tap your feet, or you got to be playing on the table with your hands. Everyone's a drummer, I think, when they listen to rockabilly.
And where are you born, Dan? Where are you from? You're a black country boy.
I'm from Walsall.
Oh, okay.
And Walsall's never really had something to cling to for rockabilly. It's always been moving out to Birmingham or Wolverhampton, or some of the bigger towns. But it's got a lot of people that are into it, and a lot of people that love it. And me and obviously my friends growing up, we were all into the rockabilly sound. Yeah. But we love a lot of other stuff. We used to love the Northern Soul. We used to love the mod tunes, the garage, the psych. We're from rock and roll and from rockabilly. We found so many other types of genres. Yeah. And it took us on to realise that all these other people were influenced by Elvis Presley, Eddie Cochran, Gene Vincent, all these people, all these big names were influenced by people like that, and I think so are we. And who is it to say that we won't be with some of those people that are saying we were inspired by them in a few years on a bigger stage?
We had absolutely right before Elvis. There wasn't much. I mean, you are a young band. I'm just going to move over to your left because there's a dodgy old geezer head on.
Yeah. When you say about the young element of the band, that's not me.
Oh yeah, mate. I mean, the first time we hooked up was at Moochers when you put on an event. Yeah. You've been around the circuit. You're with these young boys now. How does it feel with digging the new breed?
Well, it sort of keeps you young as well. And I suppose what I can bring to it is a little bit of experience of life in a way. Yep. Playing in lots of bands and just basically, having a few contacts and having a few of the sort of basically doing the dirty work. Yeah. Booking gigs and trying to get people all around.
How difficult is it, Ed, doing all that?
It takes a lot of time. Yeah. It's not easy, and especially when you're with a band that is trying to make its way. Yeah. you know, people have a look at it and they'll say, well, who's Danny and the Swampmen?
Yes.
You know, it's always tough to sell that, but because I've done it for a few years, I'm pretty good at sort of wheedling my way in and sort of, you know, trying to make us seem a bit bigger than we are at times. And it's starting to pay off. You know, there's you know, we've done a lot of sort of local gigs, pub gigs and what have you, but we've got some good festivals coming up this year.
Yeah.
We've been asked to play the Meduska Festival in Birmingham, which is essentially, you know, one teddy boy band, which is us, and a lot of mod bands, which should be a bit of
Teds
fun.
and mods.
Yeah, but well, it's the 50th sort of anniversary of the Mods and Rockers of what happened, you know, back in the 60s, and we've got a couple of gigs coming up with a couple of mod bands as well later in the year, which is, you know, essentially Mods and Rockers.
Yeah.
So. We'll get some of the old bald-headed boys and some of those that have still got the quiffs, and I'm looking at one over here now. And you know, we'll sort of pay homage to what went on in the past, but as Danny's just been saying, we've got to move on.
Yeah.
You know, we've got to take this feel of this music into the. We've got to get the kids involved with it. Now, what's good with having somebody like Danny, he's a young lad, he can identify with a lot of...
He's a good-looking
young lad, yeah, of course he is, you know.
He's marketable.
He's marketable, the image is there.
Yeah.
He actually lives and breathes the era that he's trying to portray.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think, ultimately, if it's Danny and the Swampmen, I mean... Danny Jones can go where he wants. Yeah. You know, we've got to back him up, and hopefully we're part of that. But ultimately, we just work hard to improve the band, make sure that we're sort of professional in everything we do. That's important. Yeah. And we'll just see what happens from here. But it's looking good. It's looking good.
And the website, what's the easiest way to hook up with Danny and the Swampmen?
Well, the easiest way, I suppose, really, is once again... We would look at, you know, the Facebook pages, the websites and what have you, but everybody these days, especially the kids and that, you're looking at Instagram, you're looking at Vimeo, YouTube, all kinds like that. But we've got a Facebook page that's, you know, we've got quite a few followers on there now. Yeah. So we always direct people to that to, you know, people getting them to support the swamp.
So do you just like hook into Danny and the Swampmen and you'll go onto your Facebook page?
Yes, we do. Yeah, you can just sort of type in Danny and the Swampmen and it will take you to the site. And we've got another little page which sort of says Danny and the Swampmen Gigs, which is a Facebook group, and that gives you a little bit more information as well. But you know, we've all got our own pages as well. We're all pretty active on Facebook, and it seems to be the way to promote the bands these days.
Sadly, on commercial radio, where you've got, you know, the BBC and, you know, the Six Music and stuff like that, they do play some great new up-and-coming bands. Yeah. You've got commercial radio. Radio was made for music and for songs to be played.
Of course.
They don't do that. They don't connect. They make your job even more difficult than what it is. To hear something like Danny and the Swampmen on BRMB or Art FM or whatever kind of commercial radio you're listening to, certainly in Birmingham, would make the world of difference to you guys, because the kids then can hear you, they can relate the song to the group. You know, the old smash hits that we used to have when we were babbies, you'd have the lyrics on there, and that's how you'd get into bands.
Of course.
It ain't like that now. No. Without social networking sites, forget it.
And also with you need things like sports radio, for instance. Yeah. You need people like yourself and other stations like you who are spreading the word, because essentially you've got your mainstream Heart FM, Smooth Radio, whoever, but they're dictated by playlists. Which are probably about 30 songs wide, you know, and they sort of play them all the way through. And kids haven't got the access by listening to radio to get into what is the next new thing, really. So it's very laudable that, you know, the smaller, more localised stations are available to us to promote the band, and that people, you know, like yourself, are there doing the hard work helping us as well with
Yeah.
it, you know. It's a two-way thing.
Yeah.
Because you sort of don't exist without us, and we don't exist without you.
Absolutely.
So,
It's
you know, that's the fabulous way of doing it.
But that's what support is.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what support. It's like with football.
Yeah.
You know, you want the fan. Everybody needs that support. Talking about sport, where's them other two Swampmen? Come in here, boys. Hey, come on.
Hey up.
How you doing? Like, you're looking very dry for Swampmen.
Thanks. I think it's a compliment.
Tell me about the your roles in the band. I was watching you, the one with the big double bass thing,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Oh, well, that's it. In nutshell, I'm
Yeah.
double bass player. Something new to me. I'm actually a piano player by trade.
Blimey, it's a bit different, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Well, basically, I saw these lads playing at a burlesque show.
What's bless you? I meant to say that earlier. You know, a lot of this lingo and that.
Right,
What
burlesque.
the hell's
Burlesque is basically a nice way of ladies getting their boobies out.
Oh, you mean burlesque?
Yeah.
Oh, blimey, I'm into that.
And my other half does it. So I went to see her get her boobies
Oh, I
out.
thought I'd get on well with you.
I saw these lads playing. I thought, oh, you know, and I've got a double bass at home. I thought I'll have a go.
I'm being funny. What the bleeding hell am I doing in Borsig Green here when you're doing burlesque? Gee, you kept that quiet, didn't you?
Well, you know, you don't want to share the missus out too much, you know.
Well, no, in that sense, no, but you know.
Hope she's not
we'll have a
listening
look.
to this. God.
So carry on, you carry on about your burlesque now.
About my, I don't do it. I don't get my.
Well, I wouldn't be watching you, to be fair. But that's how you've hooked up, so you've done
Well, that's how I met
burlesque.
these
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
and then started playing from there. And really, this is for me something
Yeah.
new because you know I've played in other bands, I've done mod stuff, and I've done more rock stuff before, and it's
What
just
do you
something
prefer?
new. Do you know what? I actually prefer this.
Yeah.
By far, it's something. It's
Good answer.
a good answer.
Good answer.
Good job, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the right answer because he's looking straight at you.
But to be honest, there's such a vibe about people they all come dressed up in the gear,
Yes.
and you get into it, and it's more fun.
Yeah.
And although we are trying to promote ourselves and trying to do that side of it,
Yeah, of course
at
you
the end
are.
of the day, I'm doing it for a good laugh, and it is
Yeah.
a good laugh, especially with these lads. Get up there, spin the bass around, and just be silly with it. Makes people enjoy it more to watch. And we enjoy creating the stuff, and we get a bit more imagination out of it as well. So,
But surely that's what music's about.
Oh, God,
You know,
yeah.
the amount of musicians that I'm linking up with, bands that are coming up, and in Birmingham, some banging venues in Brum, I'm seeing them. They're having smiles on their faces. They're enjoying it. I'm looking at Premier League football players. They're all miserable buggers, aren't they? They are. I don't see footballers playing with smiles on their faces. I see musicians playing and meaning it, and they're into it, and the audience, there's that interaction, and it's just a great scene.
no, you're right, absolutely right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard sometimes. You're
of
playing
course it
you're
is.
playing to new crowds, and they don't really know what you're about. And you have to kind of give it a bit more. You feel a bit kind of.
Do you do a bit of
apprehensive.
singing as well?
I try.
Yeah.
I try. Background, turn it down a bit though. 'cause, but yeah, it's good. It's good fun just to be doing something, rather than just listening to it and be actually putting your own stuff out there. And
Because again, to be fair, anyone can go to a disco and you play
yeah.
songs. It's,
and anyone could be in a band and do
Yeah.
covers.
yeah, exactly.
And initially, that's how we started out, and I think that's been a good educational trip for us.
And to be fair, it's the easy way to earn a few quid.
Oh,
innit?
yeah.
Selling out, playing songs that everybody knows. It's great.
But now people are then come along who can hear our new stuff. And like,
But being an original artist, writing things down, getting inspirations by everyday bits and pieces that you see, and sticking that out and watching the audience interact to your songs, there's nothing like that.
oh, nothing at all. And it just boosts us to write more stuff.
Yeah.
And also, it's feedback. We'll come up with a new tune, and we'll rehearse it, and it'll sound lovely to us.
Yeah.
And then we hear the audience feedback and know, oh, well, actually, let's bump that up a bit, or give it some more energy, or it's evolving. So we need people to kind of give us the feedback.
Yeah.
And so by supporting us and coming to listen to us, and that's why the Facebook's there. People can say, oh, this was good, I like this, and it's actually one-to-one feedback, which you probably wouldn't have got all those years ago. So I think that's probably the best thing about it, really.
And
is-
also sharing things on Facebook.
Yeah.
You can be playing here tonight in Borsig Green. Someone's doing a little bit of a videography thing, and then the next thing you know, someone's like watching you in LA or New York. It's like,
well, fingers crossed.
you never know, do you? I mean, might get as far as Solihull Hill tonight.
Well, hopefully.
On the way back home.
Moving on to the other Swampmen. How are
How
you?
you doing? All right.
Yeah, and what do you do?
Guitar player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guitarist. That's about it, really. Bit of guitar playing.
That's a great little bit of interview. He's a talkative lad, isn't he?
And that's talking isn't my strongest point, really.
I've
A bit of
noticed.
guitar playing, bit of singing, yeah.
Where'd you get your influences from? You know, your guitar and that. Who's your role models?
All over the shop, really. You know, when I first started playing guitar, it was the Jimmy Page, Zeppelin.
Oh, okay.
All that stuff, really. All the regular guitar
Do
gods.
you restring your guitar for every performance?
No.
Oh, right, okay.
No. Luckily, I'm not a sweaty person. I know a lot of guitar players are very sweaty.
But seriously, a lot do, don't they?
They do, don't they?
Yeah, seriously,
I'm not
they do.
lying. I'm not lying.
That's why I asked the question.
No, they've got very sweaty paws.
Yeah,
and they,
working hard enough if you're not sweating.
Well, I'm a cool cat, aren't I? Like,
how hard does Danny work, yeah?
not very hard, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, I think we work him harder, to be brutally honest. I think we probably do.
Yeah.
Especially Eddie.
He's only just turned up, actually. We've been here since 4.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah. And the sound check-in, I mean, you're sounding great on the sound check.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to get to the gigs early. We like to sound good before we start playing. You know,
Yeah.
that's an important part of it. And it's sounding good tonight, isn't it, boys? Yeah. Looking forward to it. Yeah.
Back to Danny, back to the main man. Different venues around Birmingham, mate. Favourite venues that you've got?
I've got some favourite venues, and we haven't been lucky enough to play them there yet. I'd love to be able to play the HMV Institute.
I'll have a word then.
Have a word, yeah. See what you can do. Yeah, like I've got a lot of friends that have been who are involved in music still.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine, Zach Robinson. I've not seen him for a while because he's out busy. He was in a band called Swim Deep. Don't know if any other guys might have checked him out. But yeah, it's nice to see people, so local good friends, getting there, and they moved up the ladder a lot faster than we have. But they're playing to a different audience. Yeah. And it'd be nice for us to be, sort of be alongside them with our style of music. Mm-hmm. What people are listening to now, I'm not gonna slate it at all, because everybody loves a different type of beat and everyone loves a different type of tune. And everything I listen to, I get inspiration from so many different types of music, because I think that everything's got something everything's got a little bit of something in there that you want to pinch. Yeah. A little guitar solo or a little intro, and you think, well, that'd be cool. I'd love to do something like that. So we're not we don't have blinkers on, and we definitely sort of take influences from all over the shop. There's a lot of big bands at the moment that sort of like the Arctic Monkeys. I'm sure a lot of the guys that listen to your show probably like a bit the Arctic Monkeys.
I'll be honest, Danny, it's Paul Weller with me, mate.
Is it Paul Weller?
It's like the Paul Weller show, we're not, man.
Is it the Paul Weller show?
More or less, yeah.
Well, but yeah, your Paul Wellers and that, you know what I mean? He's done a lot of different things. He's moved on through a lot of different stages in his life. Correct. And that's because you can't play everything in one album. You can't play everything in one set. You've got to develop as an artist. And, I just want people to watch out for our originals, because I think they're going to find themselves sort of proven wrong. I think they might think that we're one-trick ponies and we just get up and play that, those Rockabilly songs. Well, it's not going to be like that. We've got a lot of good songs that we're going to play out there, and people are going to realise what we are about.
But to be fair, if you're playing the same songs for 30 years and stuff, just writing in the same kind of draw, it gets a bit tired and weary, don't it?
Oh yeah.
You want to open up that horizon and put different influences, kind of regenerate, you morph into something else as well. Still within that genre,
definitely.
But that's what you want to do as an artist. Stretch yourself, get out your comfort zone. Have you got an LP out yet? EPs?
We haven't got an LP or an EP out yet. Hopefully we want to get an EP out to everybody before the end of this year. Yep. We've got a lot of songs that we're working hard, getting together now over the summer. Mm-hmm. The guys are busy. They got not that none of us, the others aren't, but we all got busy things. But a couple of guys, they've got busy schedules. Tom's got a little nipper on the way. Mm. And he's getting married.
That burlesque bird.
Well.
There you go. Let's hope it is.
He's been to a strange burlesque, hasn't he? That's definitely one burlesque I'd like to go to.
I'll tell you, he's my best buddy now. He is.
Well, you never know.
When are we playing the next burlesque?
In all fairness, we haven't played any burlesque shows for a while.
He's not interested anymore.
But we'd like to get back involved with that, because I think the burlesque crowd is they're a brilliant type of people. You get people from all sort of walks of life, and you get music from a lot. They always got a good band on, and the burlesque scene's massive in London. But it's, the Midlands is doing a good job. The Birmingham, Wolverhampton.
Do you know, I'm getting ideas in my head, mate. Proper serious.
Not about Tom's missus.
No. But you know, your rockabilly with the burlesque kind of thing. You say it's different, but, you know, quirky.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. We wouldn't be. We wouldn't have struck gold if we were to do a burlesque rockabilly show, because they go hand in hand, you know, the tattoos, the burlesque, the rock and roll. It all sorts of goes hand in hand, and that's what's really good about this. You can always find a little hole to put yourself in to get amongst different crowds. But, you know, concentrating on our original stuff now, I want people to... I think a lot of people come to our show, and when we sort of break out into original song, you know, you do see a lot of faces change, and we can't be sort of... put down by that, and we don't ever get disheartened, because we know that not a lot of people realise, you know, that's what's going to be happening there. So, you know, we can't advertise ourselves as an original band completely just at the moment, because we're not playing a full set of original songs. We're playing songs that everybody knows to get them to come and see us, and then so they can hear what's to forthcome from the Danny and the Swampmen. And
festivals, you're playing the Medusa, the Scooter Medusa. That's going to be a banging event.
We got a really big festival coming up. We got the Secret Garden Party coming up, which is, you know, brilliant.
Huge, isn't it?
It's a huge festival. I mean, we've been really lucky to be blessed to get on something like that so early in the game. Bit of football there, a bit early in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
that's for the fans.
Who do you support? You follow football?
I don't. I'm going to sound really bad now, and it might turn me off. I don't support football, solely because you know, I just
focus is music.
My focus is not so much. My focus is just my life. It's just something I've always wanted to do, and you know, anything else sort of comes second. It's my life. It's what I've always dreamed of doing. It's something that I'd like to look back and say, if I didn't get there, I tried pretty hard.
Yeah.
I like, you know, it's playing places like this tonight. It's just another rung up the ladder, and hopefully we'll be able to look back and go, yeah, I remember, you know, when we played those small venues in Bordesley Green.
I love this one. This interview here.
Yeah. You know, and then it's nice to come back and people know that you've been out there and you've maybe smashed it all around the world, and then you come back to Bordesley Green, you know, you got no airs and graces about you. You're still the same people. You just took it. You just took the Birmingham a bit further out.
But that's where you learn your trade, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
At these bars, in these places, without these venues like the Custard House here in Blake Lane, Bordesley Green, you got nowhere to gig. You've been doing it in your garage, in your bedroom. There's just so many in Brum that they need supporting. You know, everybody, it's like the music revolution is starting in Birmingham. You're part of it. Hey?
The lights aren't here for you.
No, he's just talking about lights now.
We've been standing out here in the dark for it, but
freezing.
It's nice. It's a bit of a shady interview.
That's show. That's show business.
But like you're saying about the venues, I think what is a shame is as well. A lot of people now won't go out to see a new band, you know. They'll go to a venue to see a band they've seen 30, 40 times before, you know. And I think people don't break out anymore to go and see those new bands. I mean, I can only talk sort of
I agree.
solely from a bit of experience and things I heard from my father and my family went back, you know, sort of in the 60s, the 70s. They were going out and they were seeing new bands every night.
Yeah.
You know, and then they go, I remember, you know, we'll talk about a band and they'll go, I remember them when they were just starting out, you know, there was hardly anybody there.
Yeah.
I don't think people do that anymore. I don't think people venture out to listen to a band they've never heard of. Maybe it's because they've been out and listened to a few bands that sort of haven't cut the mustard.
I think sadly, Danny, it's where the commercial radio stations let you guys down.
Yeah.
They don't hear the bands, the music, so they don't know about you.
No, that's right, and you know, a lot
That's
of people,
your
you know, like obviously talking about back in the past. I mean, you got like Radio Rock that was playing people that were unheard of. You know, that was really putting that music and those artists out there to everybody. Do you know what I mean? And they didn't have a choice. You either tuned in or you didn't listen to music.
Yeah.
And now we've got so many radio stations, and it just seems that people can't be bothered to tune in and listen to them. If they haven't seen them on, if they haven't seen them on the TV on the mainstream, they won't go and check them out.
Sadly, most of them are like shopping malls these days. They're all the bloody same. You know, when you've gone to Merry Hill or the Bullring, it's the same shops, it's the same situation, isn't it?
Yeah, without a doubt. I think as well, you know, people don't want to put the work in these days. They see programmes like Britain's Got Talent, X Factor, you know, The Voice, and all that kind of thing. And they think it's easy, right? We'll just go and stand and we'll do, an interview, an interview, an audition.
Yeah.
And some of them, you know, they think that life has fallen apart because they don't get past the first stage or anything.
Want to be famous for being famous, and
absolutely,
overnight, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Pathetic.
But you know, you've got guys like me who've been trooping around for like the last 40 years doing it, and I'm still cracking on at it. But you know, I'm doing it for different reasons.
You're doing it because you love it.
Absolutely,
you know?
Absolutely. And as I say, if my role in this band is to, apart from playing the drums and trying to keep a bit of time when I do, is to help sort of push the younger lads on as well.
Yeah.
Because I ain't going to last forever. And
I'm hoping you're going to last the next 60 minutes.
Well, that's just, no.
Because I can't play the bleeding drums.
No. Well, I'm pretty sure I'll last last tonight's gig through. No, but seriously, it is people. The kids are the ones out there.
Yeah.
I mean, people of my age.
Is any drummers listening?
Oh, no.
Sounds like we might be in the market for one.
No, I won't be relinquishing my position
just yet.
Too easily. Anyway, no, I enjoy it too much.
Yeah.
And I've got a lot, as I say, I've got a lot to offer and experience in different ways. So we'll just, you know,
to learn as well, any lads.
Yeah, I've still got a lot to learn. Yeah. No, we've all got stuff to learn, haven't we? But no, I'm enjoying it. We're all enjoying it. We'll all get on. And long may it rain.
Well done. So when's the next time that we can hook up with Danny and the Swampmen?
We're playing Sunday, aren't we?
We're playing Sunday in Aldridge.
I'll be honest, this will probably be going in about 2 weeks' time. So you've played Sunday.
Right.
Sunday was a great gig.
You missed it.
It was the best.
You really missed it.
Next one will be the Harley Davidson.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks' time, we're recording a video that we hope to put out there and show people some of the, you know, show people probably what we're about, and it's not being recorded on somebody's mobile phone, so they can hear what, you know, hear our stuff a bit more true to life.
Will that be going out on your Facebook page?
And that'll be out on our Facebook page. It'll be out on YouTube. It'll probably most likely be out on our website, as well as we'll be putting links out on Twitter and all the, you know, probably
another
Instagram.
shout out to that website, which is
www.dannyandtheswampmen.com.
Yep.
And you know, if you go to Facebook, you can find us on Facebook.
Yep.
And yeah, so we're going to be doing a video. We're going to be doing a small VIP performance, which will, like I say, will be filmed.
Superb.
And that'll be cool. You know, we love the sort of vibe that Harley Davidson has going on. You know, it's that community about it.
It's a bit rockabilly.
Yeah, it's, you know, and there's a lot of people that we expect to come that'll be from different walks of life that might not have ever checked us out, and they're sort of coming to help out Harley Davidson and keep Harley Davidson spirit alive. And by doing that, they're keeping us and keeping the music going as well. You know, without people like Harley Davidson saying, you know, it's fine, you come in and so, you know, do your video and do what you got to do. We'd be doing it out in the streets, which, as cool as that might be, we couldn't get someone with a HD camera to come out and stand in the street.
HD Harley Davidson camera, it was almost invented for it, wasn't it?
Absolutely, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, we
bit of Route 66 there.
Yeah, no, actually, we were very pleased with sort of the link up with somebody like Harley.
Yeah.
And it's early days with it, you know, but I mean, at least if people of a brand of that sort of magnitude can have a look at what we're doing, and we can not ride on the back of what they do, because I mean, that's a difficult thing, but we don't know. It might go somewhere.
Yeah.
It might go somewhere. It's up to us to, you know, show them something a bit different.
Boys, I hope you do go somewhere.
Cheers, buddy.
Thank you.
Remember who played your songs first? Sports Radio, Gabbie on a biscuit, boys.
Absolutely.
Cheers, Gabbie.
Lads, have a great time.
Thanks, mate.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get ready. I've got my dancing, I've got my crepes on, I've got the whole lot, man. I'm ready to have it. Let's go and smash it! Cheers, boys. Thanks for your time. And my new bestest mate, I'll be watching you. Okay. Bit of burlesque going on. Right, that's it. I'm gonna go and watch Danny and the Swampmen smash it at the Custard House, Plate Lane in Bawdsey Green. Thanks for listening. Good night. God bless.
Some said he was the devil, others thought he was a ghost of an outcast old blues player that traveled coast to